We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the 29-yard
well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, here's Burrow. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Bengal first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. T. Higgins is the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jannard Avery gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. On the return, Jackson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. And a flag out right away, and I believe our day will begin with a 1st and 15. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Wentz. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The tackle by
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
On the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cut. Switch. 2J. 357.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Kill.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Eagles have taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Touchdown, Eagles. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was their coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
Tackle made.
You're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Burrow, and it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or it could have been trouble. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
55,
Wentz on the give to Sanders. Sanders a first down, still going. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
At their own 25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This is Mixon on the draw. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Burrow took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And able to find Green. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this?
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Miles Sanders on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game on, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Nixon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
2-yard line.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Sanders toss left side. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Number 18.
A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. We've seen that a time or two over the years from A.J. Green, long, explosive touchdown catches.
And he is so good at playing the ball in the air and going over the top of people to make catches. I think his teammates call it playing a little bit of hoops or playing above the rim. He is fantastic at it and continues to get better as his career progresses.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Being chased out left. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tighten up. 46 down, man. 5-4.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Working with a 2nd and 3. A final shot before half for Wentz. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And the third time's a charm as he finally gets one of these to go.
Makes the score Eagles 26.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
26, Miles Sanders.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Wentz going to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Carson Wentz.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Jalen Mills in on the stop.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
To go.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Steps away to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2 yards. It's now 3rd down and 3.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage, it'll make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
And quickly finding Rager. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses, understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards. And the Bengal first down.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green, 50 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. When A.J. Green's on the field, something exciting usually happens, and that was certainly exciting.
Superior route runner, superior hands, superior body control, but I love the way he reacts to the football in the air. Finds it, locates it, and goes and gets it before the defensive backs can react.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Sanders, the ball.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. From the gun on third down, Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager, 79 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they've been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So following the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 25. Burrow now, a big spot for the Heisman Trophy winner. His throw incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. But now it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
From the 40 now on second down. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. For an Eagle. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
He's brought down at the 40.
DJ Reader there on the tackle. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Another run here with Sanders. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Now it's second and 9. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read. That you have, maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He's going to let... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. C.J. Uzomah, 88 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. Von Bell up to make the tackle. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Sanders, the ball.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Up 3rd and 4.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Wentz to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here we go with Burrow. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the game there on the catch and run.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Bengals.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
C.J. Uzomah, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's a give to Mixon, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there. Listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for Philadelphia, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.